Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Lights Out Lounge podcast. I am one half of your hosts, Jaden Maraska. To my right, as she will be each week, is Brianna Ross.
Hello, welcome back for another episode.
Bit more enthusiasm.
Yes.
A little bit more energy today.
I'm hyped for the weekend.
We've got something to look forward to.
We do. It's going to be a lot better. Let's get into it.
Let's just hope and pray that it's nowhere near as dire as what we experienced on the weekend.
If that becomes the new norm, there will be no more podcasts.
There'll be no more fans left.
Yeah.
Fans will walk away. This isn't Drive to Survive worthy. I didn't sign up for this.
So true. Japan's being left out of Drive to Survive.
If they find a way to incorporate something from the Japanese group, you know what? If it's Max v Lando, they will definitely make that a big talking point. But it was literally nothing. Like they were talking in the cool down room, like nothing happened. They even joked. Is that all there was from the race?
Shocking.
Hey, Bahrain this week, we are locked and loaded. We're ready. Finally, a race that I can watch in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah, finally. Join the club.
It's taken a while. Yeah. I've been out and about.
Busy boy.
Yeah. You know how it is. Now, up this week, the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, listen, I don't know, no disrespect to the great people of Bahrain, but if it wasn't for this race being held there every year, I would never know that this place is a country. What happens in Bahrain? Yeah, not a lot.
No idea.
Not a lot.
I'm not good with geography and maps.
Aren't you? I'm pretty good with geography, but genuinely, I've never heard someone say they're Bahraini. You know, or my family has a bit of money stored away from the Bahraini oil. Just nothing. I've never heard it before. So if it wasn't for this race, there would be I wouldn't know this country.
Yeah, fair
no
enough.
Disrespect, but genuinely
Anyways, let's get into last year's race.
Yeah.
Just a little recap. What happened? Tell me, who was on pole?
Do you want to guess?
This was season opener, yeah?
Yeah.
Do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen. Who would have thought? 1 minute 29.179. Now, on the last episode, we said that the Japan pole time would be only a couple of tenths faster. It was around half a second faster. So I'm predicting this pole lap time from last year to get absolutely wiped.
Yeah.
By a certain McLaren driver?
Nah, I agree. And the last two races, lap records have been broken. And I feel like we're going to see that a lot this year.
Yeah. The cars are they're a lot heavier than our 2017 to 2021 cars. A lot heavier, they're smaller. Obviously, the lap times are going to be slower, but gradually, every year, we're shredding half a second off previous year's lap times, and we're getting quicker.
All right, moving on to last year's podium. Obviously, Max on top, dominated, no surprise. Checo, bit naughty. He did start the year very well. People forget that. Mm-hmm. Red Bull dominance. And Carlos Sainz was actually third on the podium. Smooth operator.
He's a smooth operator. How naughty. Look, Max, I think won by, was it 20-something seconds? It was a lot.
Yeah, it was. It was not a good start to the season. Boring.
No, boring start, yeah. Good start for Red Bull, 1 and 2. You know, you look at that, and then I think even in Saudi it was the same top two, and you just think, where did it go wrong for Checo? In that middle part of the year?
Yeah. But yeah, interesting that the two Ferraris, third and fourth, they started the year up there.
Yeah, and that's surprising to think back on, because I remember last year we looked like we struggled a lot, and I think Charles Leclerc at that turn 10, that tricky turn 9-10, he went off about 12 times, and I'm thinking, what is going on here? Is the car that just why can I not turn left? It's a sharp corner. Can he just turn left, or the car just won't do it? If we're not built a car that can turn left at a sharp angle, cool, sweet.
Typical.
But honestly, look, the race last year in Bahrain was pretty much what we got from last weekend. Just an abysmal race. I think Logan Sargent went off once. Surprising. Logan Sargent didn't bin it.
Anyone remember him? Crickets.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much all there was.
Hoping for, I think, a better race this weekend.
I think it will be.
I think, yeah.
Judging by last week, how the top three were so close. Not a lot of overtaking opportunities.
No, but they finished within 2 seconds of each other. It's going to be a good battle with those three.
We've got a lot of overtaking opportunities in Bahrain.
Yes. So I'm excited.
They're just flinging in.
And we know Piastri, he is not afraid to
get his balls out.
Basically, unlike Hajar.
Hajar tucked him in. Couldn't move him.
Oh, poor kid.
Poor kid. I think it is time now for, you know what's coming. Lights Out Lottery!
Woo!
Here we go. We're back. All right, so we know how this works from last week.
Little recap. I'm on 1 point. Jaden's on 3. So I need to get these right.
You have to get the ball rolling here, Brianna. You have. It's just a slow ball. Just a little bit of a just trickling along. I've got a little bit more power. I could have had more if I just backed Max Verstappen, like any other normal human would have.
I even said, what are you doing? But it's all right. Let's start with biggest flop. Give me your biggest flop.
Biggest flop for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It is going to be the one, the only, George Russell.
No way.
You know why? Every year, or the last few years, there's been a mechanical failure at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, there wasn't one last year, but I just sensed something in me. It's just saying one of the top 4 teams will have a mechanical issue and have to retire. I'm thinking, who's just going under the radar but is succeeding quite well? George Russell. Let's bring him back to reality. MG UK, just see you later.
If you pull this off,
I might be him.
Oh my gosh.
Just,
wow, I like it. Oh my God.
Thank you.
All right.
Bold prediction, but see how we go.
Backing off what you said, I actually put Kimi down as my biggest flop.
Wow. So we are both on the Mercedes downfall.
Yes, I just think we've seen Kimi push it before and it's had its consequences.
Yep.
And I think he's going to do that at this race.
Okay.
And it's going to bite him in the bum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huge call, Browner.
Kimi's going to flop. Yeah.
Huge call.
He had a great weekend last week, but no.
Do you know why I say it's a huge call? Because he is my biggest surprise. I'm sticking with Mercedes. Mercedes are just, I feel like this is a personal attack. Personal and targeted attack. Kimi Antonelli, as much as I'm going to hate to admit this, Kimi will beat both Ferraris in the race. I've got no faith in this team. In Ferrari, right now, you've got probably the best driver lineup on the grid, and I'm putting an 18-year-old to finish ahead of both of you. That's where we're at.
Wow.
Yep.
That is bold. I like it.
Come at me. What are they going to do?
But you know what? I back it.
Yep.
Yeah. I
There we
think you
go.
bagged 2 points there.
We'll see.
My biggest surprise has to be smooth operator, Carlos Sainz.
Ooh.
Yes. He hasn't had a good start to the season, so I think this is the race where he brings it all out and he's going to perform well.
Does he finish points? What classifies a good surprise? I would say point. Albon scored points.
Yeah.
So it shows that Williams can do it.
Points, but I think if he beats Albon, I should still
Yeah?
get it because he's not been anywhere near Albon.
He's been nowhere. Okay, so let's clarify that. You will get a point for that. How many points is it? 2?
2 points.
You will get 2 points if Carlos beats Albon or Carlos gets in the points.
Deal. And yours is self-explanatory.
Mine's pretty easy. All right.
Pole position. Big 3 points.
Huge 3. I nailed this last week.
You did. So there's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure to back it up. Who would like to go first?
I'll take it away.
Okay.
I am going with Oscar Piastri.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
This is going to get spicy. Oscar Piastri to take pole. Look, he's quick. Now, the testing that was done at the start of the year was at Bahrain, and McLaren obviously dominated. They looked pretty quick. I can't split these two for pole. Genuinely. So my pole position is going to be Lando Norris.
Yeah, let's add some spice.
Let's add some spice, right? Now, watch Max just come out of nowhere and take it. I can't split these two, genuinely. Either I get 3 points or you. There is not, when it comes to qualifying, there isn't much in between them at all.
No.
You could say Lando might have a slight advantage because he's driven the track more, but Oscar, this season so far, has been right there.
He has.
So, I'm happy to lose 3 points. I'm happy to gain 3 points. It's a fucking 50-50 chance. So, good luck, Brianna.
Good luck. Bring it on. I like that.
Let's see who comes out on top. So, that's pretty easy. We both say McLaren are just in a different category when it comes to qualifying pace.
Interesting. None of us even thought to factor Max into it.
I think it's because even from last year, like Max, I don't know. Red Bull are quick around Bahrain, but I think
I know it's going to be McLaren.
There's something coming.
That leads us to podium.
Here we go. Our top 3. Our threesome. This is where it gets spicy. Are we going tit for tat?
Yeah.
From third up?
You start. Take it away.
Third place. Oscar.
No.
Yeah. Maybe on race trim, I don't know, just something's telling me he will be the last of the podium finishers.
Wow. I've gone Max Verstappen.
Oh, that is naughty. You've just let all of Austria and the Netherlands down.
You just let Australia down.
I did. That's probably, you know what? I need to look over my shoulder tonight.
Yeah, watch
until
out.
Sunday. Yeah.
All right. Who's in second?
For me, Max Verstappen.
Okay. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
My second is Lando Norris.
Wow. So we have 2 different race winners.
We do.
I have the one and the only Nando Loris. And you have?
Oscar Piastri. Battle of the McLarens. Bring it on.
I don't mind it. Genuinely, I don't mind it at all. You can see that I see where your faith lies in the McLaren squad. It lies not solely, but majority of it lays on Oscar Piastri's shoulders.
No, I think there's going to be overtaking.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar's going to he'll be able to do it.
Can he hold off a raging Max Verstappen behind him? We know that Lando.
I think he can.
We know Lando can. I don't think I'm yet to see Oscar hold off Verstappen. I haven't seen it yet. It could happen this week. I'm hoping it does. But I'm yet to see Oscar Piastri hold off Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we see some exciting. I want to see some exciting battles.
Yeah.
Now I want to propose an idea to you.
Lay it on me.
All right. So we obviously have those 4 categories, but I want to introduce for 5 points.
Whoa.
Your boldest prediction for the weekend, but it has to be. Weekend. It has to be crazy. Like it can't be.
Gabby Bortoleto gets 11th.
Yeah, and it can't. Max is on the podium.
Okay.
That's not a bold prediction.
A bold prediction is something that theoretically can't happen, but there's a slight chance it might.
Yep, and if it does happen, 5 points. Now, I already know mine.
You know yours.
Yep.
Give me time to think. Let's go with you first while I digest that information and come up with a bold prediction. Browner, tell me yours, please.
Well, before I started driving here, I was told Ferrari's got upgrades coming this weekend. I've now been told that might not be happening.
Beautiful.
But
Typical.
going off the fact that it might happen, Ferrari 1-2 is my bold prediction.
Whoa, sorry.
Yeah.
That is a big, you know what? As much as I would love for that scenario to happen, it'll be 1 a.m. when the race finishes. I'll knock on my neighbour's door and say, guess what, mate? Ferrari 1-2. He's going to be like, I got kids asleep. Fuck off. Right? Like,
yeah,
just
look,
something stupid.
it's bold.
That's a bold prediction.
And I like it.
You like it. Okay, my bold prediction. Oh, I'm tossing between the two scenarios. They both involve...
Give two, because I've got a cheeky second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either fighting for the lead, Max, Lando and Oscar. Either both McLarens make contact.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. Or Max and Lando... Max and Lando make severe contact, which forces one of them to retire, as we saw in Austria.
We have.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Touchy.
Yeah, let's not. But I reckon go two McLarens.
Two McLarens to make some pretty significant contact. That would dampen their friendship, wouldn't it?
That would. Papaya rules.
You know what I've always wondered as well? You know how, like, let's say two teammates come together and crash. After every race, they all sit down, like the entire team sits in that motorhome and does a race review. And the two drivers would sit across from each other like how me and you are right now. How fucking awkward is that? You've just taken out your teammate or vice versa, and you've now got to look at him in the eye and say, yeah, I really liked what he said about this. Yeah, the car felt good here. I agree with him. Can you imagine that, Max and Oscar?
Or Lando and Oscar. That's okay. Well,
I'm so focused on these two.
Rosberg and Hamilton, they had a few.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Remember in Spain, the big one, when they both retired?
Yeah.
Spain. How was that afterwards? Because they both go to the media and talk shit about each other.
Yeah.
Then they have to go and do a review.
Exactly. That's what's coming to my mind. And I hope Lando and Oscar don't end up like that.
Nah. But I can see it. Look, the reason why Max and Carlos... My fucking God. The reason why Charles and Carlos worked so well is because they barely... I don't think they ever made contact with each other. And the car wasn't really championship competitive. Constructors-wise, yes, but drivers-wise...
I forget that they almost won Constructors last year.
Yeah.
If Carlos Sainz didn't have his surgery and miss a race.
He would have finished that Saudi race easily in the top 5.
But I do remember towards the end of the season, I was worried about them touching because I think Carlos Sainz said, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's got a point to prove.
There was a few times they were side by side and I thought they would. But, yeah, bring on. I like that. So McLaren are going to make contact.
Or Max and one of the McLarens.
Mm-hmm. And Ferrari 1-2.
Brianna, if you pull that off, I'll give you 10 points.
Yeah.
5 points for how big the statement is, and then another 5 points of the amount of joy that we'd both share. You just get a bonus 5.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Double points. Yeah.
And I'll give you 10 points if Max and Lando take each other out, meaning Piastri wins.
Because then we both win, don't we?
Yeah, so I'll give you that.
Okay. Wow. One of us are on the cards for double points, maybe.
Probably not. They're very bold. But anyway.
Hey, it's a game of percentages. And 1% is still a percentage.
That is right.
So, we're on the board. No, we're not. I don't know why I said that.
But yeah, that's wraps up Lights Out Lottery for another week. I'm very excited to come back after the race and see how we went.
I am slightly scared. Your predictions are very good.
So are yours. I think you're... You never know. With F1, you just never know.
You never know.
Because I was my predictions last week, I was like thinking I was going to come out with 5-10 points. I got 1. So
The fact I could have had more, I just didn't back Max. Unbelievable. And then for some reason I said Charles Leclerc third. He got fourth, but he was well off the pace. A Ferrari. You know who's actually surprising me week in and week out? Ollie Behrman.
yeah, he is not getting enough credit.
Nah.
I should have put him in underrated.
Nah, Isaac Hadjar. We know now, obviously, how good he is. And if you haven't seen our rankings for the Japanese Grand Prix, go head to our Instagram and give it a look. It is exquisite stuff. Just top comedy. Isaac Hadjar at the moment was the most underrated up until that race. I think after that race, people will go, oh, he's actually quite good. But now there's a certain someone flying under that radar. Oliver Behrman is the man that is now underrated. He is just consistently, you remember those overtakes in China? And he said chow on the radio. Oh my God.
Naughty.
The bollocks you need to do that.
But yeah, we didn't speak enough on how he qualified P10 in Japan. We completely missed that. He held his position.
Yep.
A Haas
in
P10. He beat his teammate.
Yep. A very experienced teammate in Esteban Ocon. We also missed Jack Doohan not closing his DRS, turning into a corner and almost died.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That was hectic.
I think that was FP2. And he didn't go in FP1 because Alpine's reserve driver, Japanese reserve driver, stepped in for FP1. Oh. So his first flying lap in FP2 has the DRS open. Now, for those who don't know, in Suzuka, you take turn 1 flat. You turn the car right, you turn it flat. With the DRS, you either close it yourself manually on the wheel, or the car waits for you to lift off the throttle and then it will close by itself. Now, this man, in his first flying lap in Japan, we shouldn't laugh because the man almost perished, okay? But he took that corner flat out and didn't close the DRS. Essentially, that man had no rear wing. He's only going in one place. The fucking tyre barrier, mate.
Oh, it was bad. Yeah.
That was a heavy hit.
Oh, I can keep talking about it, but that was Japan.
Yeah.
We're on to Bahrain.
Yeah. We figured, I just figured just then, we'll talk a little bit about it because, with all the speculation that he might be dipping soon.
Well, yeah, it turns out the 3-race thing he got told was not true.
Was bollocks.
Because he's doing his fourth race this year.
How many does he have? How many races do you think he's got left?
Realistically, I would say summer break is a driver swap, get him out. But if he completely flops it, it could be after Saudi because there's a little break, a week.
Yep. Pretty sure. And then they move on to Miami. Yeah. That might be another snooze fest. Who knows? That track I hate it so much. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Brianna, you're currently holding something in your hands. We have Brianna, as the wonderful woman she is, has gone out of her way to purchase some F1 Turbo Attax Cards.
Woo!
Now, oh my God, that is ASMR at its finest. Pull the cards out. Oh, yeah.
All right. So I've got 10 cards here.
So wait, let's just quickly give a small... For people who don't know what Turbo Attax Cards are. Turbo Attax Cards simply are your trading cards for a sport. You got your footy cards, you got your basketball cards, certain players or skills to have. This is all F1 based. So, Brianna is currently blindly dividing the pack of 10 cards into two pairs of 5. And I'm now being asked to select a side.
All right. Which pack would you like?
I'll go with the pack in your right hand, please. Thank you. Face down.
We'll go 1 for 1.
We'll go band
you ready?
Band. Very much so.
All right. First card. It's an Epic Moments card.
Oh.
Pierre Gasly. Okay.
What was his epic? Does it tell you?
The Dutch Grand Prix. I'm not sure what was epic.
Oh, I think he got a podium. What year was it?
He is on the podium. You are right.
Oh my God, look at that.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you. How good. Well, that's, not too bad. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking at the back of the card. It says McLaren, so they've put me on the bandwagon here. I don't know about that. It is just a McLaren team. Just a McLaren team.
Well, there you go. They're going to win the race this weekend.
Well, I am hopping on the bandwagon. There we go.
Now, I've got an F2 card here.
Okay.
Let's have a look who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Franco Colapinto. Is that a sign
no.
that he is coming in?
Excuse me. That means...
Franco Colapinto. I'll happily take that one.
That's aside from the Lord above saying it.
That's crazy.
You're talking facts. He's coming to F1 soon. I also have an F2 card here. Is it someone that's currently on the F1 grid?
I'm going to say yes.
Let's have a squeeze.
I would have guessed Isaac Hadjar.
You are spot on. Isaac Hadjar.
Underrated king.
That's him driving right now in the background.
No
Isaac
way.
Hadjar, hero card.
He is my hero.
70. They've given him an attack of 70 and a defense of 63. Well, the attack might go down a bit after Melbourne's fiasco. Yeah, no. Very well done, Brianna. You guessed spot on.
All right. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Valtteri Bottas and a kick Sauber.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bottas. I miss him.
I mean, hey, he's driving some pretty good machinery now. He's got the Mercedes and the McLaren because McLaren is powered by Mercedes.
Does he make a comeback at Cadillac?
Oh, it's too early to say, hey, but
the cards have spoken. And they say
cards
yes.
have spoken. Cadillac. Look, he's every chance. So is Checo. So is Danny Rick. Probably not. He's openly admitted that he's finished.
Yeah, not
Seb
him.
Vettel, Sebastian Vettel.
There's talks about Yuki.
If he establishes himself in the Red Bull, probably
Anyway,
not. Okay.
back to the cards because
Back
I
to the
can't
cards.
contain. I can't. Sorry.
All right. Sorry. Yeah, we're waffling. 3, 2, 1. Oh yes. Alexander Albon. Thank you very much. It's a 2023 Most Improved Driver card. And you know
Ooh.
what? I backed that.
Yeah.
He was the most improved driver of that year. Came back with a vengeance. I know he came back in 22, but he delivered in 23. Brianna Ross.
All right. Second last card for myself, and I've got Sergio Perez. And do you know what I've got?
Oh, no.
Bottas. I've got Cadillac's driver lineup.
2026 lineup. Huge. Speak it into existence. Checo. Yucky. Okay. My second last card for this episode. Oh, I've gone to heaven. Carlos Sainz. I have a 2023 Moment of the Season award for Carlos Sainz. 2023 Moment of the Season. What happened there? What happened in 2023? What did he do? I don't think he won that year, did he?
He was the only non-Red Bull driver to win a race.
Oh, the Singapore race. Yeah,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Vamos. Beautiful. That's right. Huge.
That's a nice card.
That's a very nice card. Like a pinkish, reddish, naughty. Lovely.
All right.
Go on.
My last card.
Who is it?
Charles Leclerc.
Oh.
Charles Leclerc.
Can we swap cards? That's my glorious king.
Winner's Circle.
Winner's Circle
Yeah.
from last year, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, happy with that.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Naughty.
Yay, nice one to finish on.
All right. Who do I have? All right. I'm going to rub my final card for good luck. Rubbing it on my Elite 11 shorts. It is. Oh, there it is. Yep. I knew it. Do you want to guess?
No, tell me, who is it?
It's Lando Norris. So I've clearly been gifted the McLaren hype train here. I've got a team badge card and then their number one driver.
And you put him to win the race, and I think that has just confirmed it.
There we go.
Manifesting it.
Manifesting. The
Not bad.
manifestation
That
is
was pretty
real.
fun.
Pretty good. Now, we don't know if we're going to make this a weekly thing, but judging by the cards we've got, I wouldn't mind doing that each week. Every predictor,
Yeah.
we
that's
just
fun.
go, yeah. Because that can be our omen going into the race weekend.
Yeah, well, let us
Beautiful.
know if you would like us to bring that back.
Yeah.
It'd be good when we got the visuals going.
Yeah, wouldn't mind doing that. And then, there's no, once we get the cameras in, there'll be no speculation that one of us is cheating.
That's
It will be
true.
all in its glory. But we can guarantee you, I can guarantee you, I have a McLaren badge card, whatever that is, Sir Lancelot Lando, don't know why I said Lancelot, Isaac Hajar, Alex Albon, and the Smooth Operator.
And I have 5 Lewis Hamilton cards. Kidding. I've got Pierre Gasly, Epic Moments, Valtteri Bottas, Hero, 257 career races for Sergio Perez, Franco Colapinto, and Winner's Circle, Charles Leclerc.
Huge.
All right, cool.
Great
wow.
addition, Brianna. Everyone, clap for Brianna for bringing those in. Well done. Round of applause. That was a lot of fun. How good.
All right.
And I think that's going to cap it.
Yeah, we wrap it up there.
We wrap it up there. That was our predictions. And let me tell you, I'm excited.
I am very excited. I think it's going to be...
I'm just excited for the fact that I actually get to watch this race.
That is very
I'm
true.
not streaming it on a bus on the way to the football. Having to hear people cough and sneeze and shit.
So true. And it's going to be a good race.
A lot
It's
more
going to be
overtaking.
exciting. It's going to be juicy.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I also can't wait. Bring on the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Bring it on.
The only thing that happens in Bahrain is happening this weekend.
That is true.
Get ready.
All right. Well,
Get prepared.
all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again next week to recap the Bahrain Grand Prix. I can't wait.
Hopefully, it is not a snooze fest. I don't want to write in the YouTube and podcast description for the title, episode 6, Snooze Fest ×2 review.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
No.
Come on, F1. Come on,
Bring
boys.
it on. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you next week.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.